After you've reviewed the lesson and the video above, please watch this example so you can see an example similar to the types of problems you'll see in your assignment. For this problem, we are going to be evaluating the cosecant of the arcsecant of 2 over root 3. So to do a problem like this, we're going to do it in two parts. First, we're going to do the inside part, and then we're going to evaluate the cosecant of that. So to begin, we need to figure out the arcsecant of 2 over root 3. So if you look at the calculator, you see that there's a sine, cosine, and tangent, and an inverse sine, inverse cosine, and inverse tangent, but no inverse secant. The arcsecant is the same as inverse secant, so that's the button we need. Since that's not there, we're going to have to use what we know about reciprocals to figure out what the equivalent of arcsecant would be. So before we get started with that, let's take a look at our calculator and verify that we are in the correct mode. We want to be in degree mode. So hit mode, and then you want to highlight degree. Okay, once you're in degree mode, we're ready to go. So we know that secant is the same as 1 over cosine. So we know that secant of an angle is the same as 1 over cosine. So if we can change the arcsecant to arccosine, since cosine and secant are reciprocals, I must then also take the reciprocal of 2 over root 3 and make it root 3 over 2. So that's what I'm going to enter into my calculator. So arccosine would be second cosine of root 3. Now you need separate parentheses to close off your root 3, so add in another parenthesis, type in your square root of 3, close off your parenthesis, over 2, and that's telling the calculator that you only want the 3 under the radical, not the 3 halves. So that's important. So the inverse cosine of root 3 over 2 is 30 degrees. So the arcsecant of 2 over root 3 is also 30 degrees because they're equivalent. So now our problem simplifies to cosecant of 30 degrees. So we need to figure out the cosecant of a 30-degree angle. You can do this without your calculator with your 30, 60, 90 ratios and your unit circle, but let's just show you how to do it on the calculator for this example. There is no cosecant button, but we do know that cosecant is the same as 1 over sine. So instead of typing in cosecant of 30, I could type in 1 over sine 30. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. 1 over, whoops. And that gives me my final answer of 2. So our final simplified answer to our original problem is 2. Now, the only thing you might run into in your assignment is if you end up with a decimal answer, and then the answer choices in the problem are radicals, like root 3 or root 3 over 2. All you have to do is do the decimal approximation for the radicals in your calculator to figure out which radical is the same as the decimal in your calculator. If you have any other questions on this lesson, please see your teacher.